Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Zarina. I am 28 years old and I'm still trying to get my life together. So we're doing another plan with me. This month I will be going back to my roots and talking about my goals. In the last month I did not talk about goals because I had been lacking in the execution area. I have been planning, but not doing anything at all. I'm sorry that you have to listen to this voice. I am sick again. I lost my voice again. This month I'm going back to my roots and doing goal-oriented planning. Last month I didn't do much of that. I set some intentions but did not focus on specific goals because for the past 3 months I have not been able to focus on my goals, and I actually realized why I couldn't. I'll get to that, but first I want to talk about the intentions that I set for myself in the month of April. My biggest intention, number one intention for the month of April, was to prioritize myself. That included many things actually. Taking care of my mental health, my physical health, like putting myself first in situations. Usually whenever some situation arises, I just put my needs aside and do whatever the situation needs me doing. I don't know if I can explain it correctly now, but anyways, I was putting myself in the background. In the month of April, I actually did that. I actually put myself first, took care of myself. My mental and physical health has improved significantly, and I actually owe that to me taking my physical health seriously. Last month when I was talking with my friend, and I had an aha moment where I was made aware of how much my priorities has shifted since 2018, for example. And I always tell myself that, oh, I miss my 2018 self. My friend opened my eyes to the changes that I have had since then. And the thing that I miss about that self is that I will put myself first. Back like 5 years ago, I didn't do that until April. I didn't take care of my physical health. I didn't work out. I didn't stretch, any of that. So I decided to change that. Since 23rd of March, I have been taking care of my health. I've been doing intermittent fasting. I have restricted sugar to a minimum, but when I say restricted, I don't mean like I crave sugar all the time. It is the first time in my life, actually, I don't crave sugar. For the past 2 years, I used to have some kind of dessert every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I usually take pictures of the desserts I buy, and when I am scrolling in my gallery, I understand why I have put on 15 kilos in 2 years. When I decided to cut out sugar, it wasn't to change the numbers on the scale, but I had incredible highs and lows when I was consuming sugar, and I was fully aware of that, and I still was doing that. Right now I am not even craving, not because I realized something that sugar is bad for me, stuff like, no, I always knew sugar was bad for me. The thing that has changed is that I am keeping my future self in mind. Like, I want to be physically active when I am even 60 years old, and this is my driving force right now, to be active and to not consume junk food or stuff like that. I have not, since 23rd of March, I have not consumed any junk food, had very few amounts of desserts. In my April Plan With Me video, I already mentioned that I was going to have 2 pieces of dessert this month, but I made that into 4. 2 was because of my family members, and 2 extra came because of celebratory. Is that a word? And two more dessert came about after unexpected celebratory days. When I was planning my month, I was not aware that we had such events coming up. The most important thing is I set myself a clear intention and I stuck with that, and thankfully I am seeing some results with that intentions, not only number wise. I also feel like my mental health is getting better and better, and actually this is my most important thing because I think like mental and physical health are so intertwined. Like if I neglect one, the other falls apart. I need to keep them both in check, and I think just doing intermittent fasting helps in the both areas, in my opinion. But that's only for me. I also want to do a kind of an informational video about intermittent fasting, also including my own experiences. So let me know what you think of that idea. Anyway, so this is all for my intentions for the month of April. I am so happy to report that I stuck with my April intentions, and I'm so happy about that. For the month of May, I also want to have few more intentions, but also some specific goals. And I have learned about a new strategy or method, whatever it is. I want to implement that as well. So for the month of May, my intention is to keep going with my health journey, like doing the intermittent fasting, doing my exercises, stuff like that, emphasizing on prioritizing myself. I want to add to take care of my sleeping schedule. I have a shit schedule since I have consciousness, okay? I remember the earliest days, like in kindergarten, everybody would fall asleep except me. I don't know, I just cannot fall asleep. Actually, a couple of my friends have advised me to get some vitamins like magnesium, I think, or multivitamin, stuff like that. Should I say multivitamin or multivitamin? I watch a lot of accents, okay? I am not sure which one goes with which one. My biggest intention for this month is to research about the vitamins, basically take care of my sleeping schedule. Not the schedule itself, but me being able to fall asleep. That's my problem. I can fall back to sleep, I can stay asleep, but in the first portion of going, like falling asleep, that is my problem area. So yeah, I have to be working on that. This is my one huge intention for the month of May. And now let's get into our goals. So now I'm going to take you to my Notion. In the beginning of the video, I said that I kind of realized why I have not been able to keep up with my goals. I realized that my Notion page for my goals was not working for me. So when it comes to my productivity stuff, I want everything to be clear, minimalistic, and many other buzzwords. This is my goals page, okay? Until now, I had this board view, like to do, in progress, and complete, and this does not work for me. My project usually take a long time, so this does not work for me. For the month of May, I decided to make this page. I have this toggle list here. In each of my category, I have all the categories here, and each of the categories are like toggle list, and I have to do like checklist in each of the categories. So let's start with health. In my health category, I have intermittent fasting continue with 95% of success rate. In the last month, I had 2 days where I didn't stick to my intermittent fasting. Again, those were the days I did not account for, like the celebratory days. Next, I have sugar only twice. What that means is that I am allowed only 2 desserts, and I actually don't want to include some like coffee stuff like that into here. Like for example, when I drink coffee at home, I don't add any sugar anyways. When I go to a cafe, I don't want to have Americano every time. Any other milk that are sold in here are like they have sugar in it, and the ones that don't have sugar are way too expensive, and I can bet my organs on this that they don't use that expensive milk. Like coffees are expensive too. I would expect them to use at least that milk, but they don't. I'm sure they don't. Rant over. Next, I have my flexibility, splits and backbends. Now, I don't usually leave goals like vague like this, but in my head, I have a clear point that I want to get to. Again, as I said before, in my 2018 era, I was really active and flexible. I was doing stretches every day, and I have not been doing that. And in this month, I want to get back to that state of my flexibility level. Yeah, there's that. And last, for my health category, I have 10 real push-ups. Now I can do 10 push-ups on my knees. I used to be able to do around like almost 30 real push-ups, like full body push-ups. Firstly, I have lost my strength on my arms due to the lack of exercises. Plus, I have gained extra 15 kilos since I last did my proper push-ups. So yeah, my body is beyond incapable of doing real push-ups right now. I've been doing it for 10 days already, so I want to continue doing it in May as well, and slowly but surely switching from knee push-ups to full body push-ups, aka real push-ups. So that's all for my health category. And again, I have intention in the lower part. I have sleep at night, wake up early, and maybe AM workout. What this means is, right now it is 1 a.m. I usually go to sleep at 5 a.m. and I would like to wake up at 5 a.m. So to do that, I need to sleep at night and then slowly wake up early, and then maybe switch my PM workout to AM workout, or like do 2 movements during the day. Like in the mornings I do, for example, 20-minute yoga, and at night I do some more like HIIT and stuff like that. These 3 intentions actually tie back to my taking care of myself, like taking care of my sleep. Next, I have social media. In the month of May, I want to take my social media even more seriously. I have been trying to be more and more active on both of my, like on my personal Instagram and on my personal YouTube, which are these, and I call them personal. P's in the brackets mean personal because I have art channel, I have art Instagram, and I have another Instagram for my Etsy, and those are not active at all. They are as dead as they can be. I want to start with my personal channels first, and once I'm in the flow of things, I will be more organized to be able to add more tasks into my day. I hope that makes sense. For the month of May, I want to have this challenge, not just like 30 posts, like a challenge post every day, because I have been seeing a lot of reels where wellness girlies are saying that I took my Instagram seriously and this happened. I took my Instagram seriously for 2 months and this happened, and I want to get going with that. So this is a challenge only for myself, not for my Instagram's growth, for myself to see if I can keep up. And for YouTube, I again have 8 to 12 videos. I have yet to make it into 8 videos since last September. I have not been able to do that, and I'm still shooting for the moon, like 8 to 12 videos. But you haven't even gotten to 8. I actually do have 13 video ideas. If I'm able to film all of that and actually like what I filmed, because that's the biggest problem I have. I film a lot of things and end up deleting them all because I don't like them. 1 or 2 of those 8 to 12 videos, I want them to be informational, not like vlogs, not like productivity. I just want them to be informational, like tips and tricks kind of informational. And my intention for doing this is, in the long run, I want to cultivate a community full of like-minded people. For business, I have only 2 goals. And by business, I mean my Etsy shop. I also want to do a challenge with this as well. I want to release 30 digital products. And for the second goal for my business, I want to create filters for IG. Testing is for the Etsy portion. And next we have skills. In my skills section, my intention is to take my skills seriously. I just study when I'm in the mood, and that's not how you learn a language. Anyways, this month I will be focusing on finishing that colloquial book. In every month I have finished that book. I never did. In May I will finish that. There's no other way out, and I will tell you why there's no way out after we're done with this page. And my next goal is to do Blender for 30 hours for the whole month, like 2 hours here, 5 hours there. 30 is just an arbitrary number. And in my fun category, I have learned songs on ukulele, and 505 is a song from Arctic Monkeys, and I actually learned that song, but I forgot because I did not practice. I always make a lot of mistakes when I play songs on ukulele. I want to learn to a point where I don't make mistakes. I want to minimize the number of mistakes at least. And next is to read 2 romance books. I actually would not like romance books usually, but I'm going to change this into light-hearted books. I watch dark stuff a lot, and I think I need some light-hearted books. I am a very slow reader, and light-hearted books, you can read them, like you can breeze through them, I think. That's why I think light-hearted books are better. Last but not least, in my career section, I have 1 art challenge. And by career, I mean my art career. My goal is to do 1 art challenge. I have a long list of different art challenges artists do on social media, and I will choose one of them and do that in May. And my second goal is to do Proko lessons. If you know, you know. Proko is an incredible teacher on YouTube and has so many free lessons, and I want to take his lessons, continue his lessons. And my intention is to draw and create confidently. So this is my May goals. The number of goals are not high at all. I think it is very achievable. My favorite part is to do the life wheel. So what I am doing here is, at the end of the month, I think about, for example, business. Like, I had no business at all this month, so I'm gonna put 1. Same with the income. This is my income, by the way. Thankfully, my husband makes enough for the both of us, so I don't have to work. But of course, I do want to work. For the fitness, I think I have gotten so much better. I'm going to put it down as 7, like average. And in the next month, I want to, like in May, I want to be like increase my activity percentage a bit more. Anyways, relationships, this is like in general, I'm going to put it at 8 because it's above average, I think. For fun, I don't know. I just put when it's I don't know, it means it's 7. For happiness, I mean, I have been pretty happy, mostly because of my physical and mental health. So I'm going to put it as 9, and I can assure you, this is the biggest number since 2020. Like, I have not been this happy in a long, long time. This is my life wheel for this month. Now we are going to go to books and movies. Are you interested at all? In the month of April, I finished this book, All the Colors of Darkness. I finished this book. I bought this book in Turkey in a second-hand store. And as I read it, I understood why this was in second-hand store. I would sell this as well because it wasn't good at all. Like you read it, okay, it's like it's a nice story. It's coming, and here around here, the main guy had an idea. This is a murder mystery. The detective guy, had some ideas why it happened. And this whole place is his co-workers telling him how nuts he is. At the end, turns out he was right all along. None of this was important, so it could have just been a 300-page book. Anyways, I finished that book, but I am also reading If He Had Been With Me by Laura Nowlin, but that's I don't have the physical book, and but I'm still reading that. I am not done, and I am still reading Atomic Habits. I think I will finish that book in April. If I do, I will put April here, but yeah, I'm still reading that. So 2 books still reading. For TV shows and movies, I honestly did not. For movies, I watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, and I loved it. 5-star, 6 if possible. I loved it. And I have not watched any TV shows. So now that we are done with our usual digital planner, now we are going on to the next part, which is something new to me as well, and I am really excited about that. So it is a 12-week year. This is a new strategy / method I learned about. I just watched 3 or 4 videos about it. I've been talking for 55 minutes. I have watched a few videos and got a free template from this girl, Montel B. I got a template from her and changed that template for my own goals and stuff. So this is the, let me show the template itself. This is the template. We have strategy, priority, stuff like that. If you don't know what 12-week year is, I don't either. To my understanding, it's when you set yourself a year timeline, your task will take a year. But if you set yourself a goal to finish it in 3 months, you will be able to. You actually will be able to finish it in 3 months. So I think this is going off of that idea. It is condensing your yearly goals into quarterly goals. We have priorities and strategies, and later at the end we are going to score them. So I chose 3 priority for the next 3 months. I want to focus on my social media, my business, and my art. For my social media, my priority is to cultivate a like-minded community in the long run, like after 3 months, I want to have like-minded community. Since this is such a vague thing, I added this question here: when will it be considered achieved? For me, I would say like having 15 to 20 same people around, meaning I have consistent people right now on my social media, but they all are people I know from real life, and we have a friendship, and I think they are not as as interested in the topics I'm talking about as I am. I want to, they are here because they want to support me as a friend, but I want a community where our interests align. So that's what I mean by that. And to achieve this priority, to achieve this goal, I have strategies. My first strategy is to post regularly 8 to 12 videos on YouTube every month, all of the 3 months, and any kind of posts on IG. What I mean by that is that reels, posts like pictures and carousels, and also posting reels as shorts on YouTube. This is my strategy 1. My strategy 2 is to invest time in thumbnail, title, and in the description of IG posts, because I actually don't spend a lot of time on that. Reach out to other people, comment, stuff like that, because I'm a silent viewer. I watch a lot of videos like productivity videos, stuff like that, and I rarely comment. And how am I expecting to have a community if I don't communicate at all? That's my way of thinking in that. So my strategy number 4 is to film a lot and always stay on top of organizing. I don't organize my digital files as well as I wish, especially on my phone. So most of my footage and pictures get lost after a while. And strategy number 5 is to check my analytics weekly or bi-weekly. I think that those 5 strategies will help me at least start to build a small community. Here's to hoping. Priority number 2 is to switch to digital sphere in Etsy, on my Etsy shop. And when will it be considered achieved? My answer to that is to when I've made $100 only from digital products. Only by then I will consider this priority as done, so I can move on to something else. My strategy is to achieve this priority is to release 30 digital products as mentioned in the goals. Strategy number 2 is to do a market research, do a deep dive on that. And strategy number 3 is to check analytics again, weekly or bi-weekly. And my priority number 3 is to grow confidently. When will it be considered achieved? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that because it's just a feeling. I will know when I am confident. So my strategies to get there is to sketch every day, most importantly. I have not been doing that at all. Strategy number 2 is to do 1 art challenge per month. Both of those were in my goals section. And strategy number 3 is to use social media for accountability. I usually do that with my vlogs, my productivity videos, stuff like that. It works for me. So these are my priorities and strategies. And down here we have a daily tracker. To do these strategies, I have to do these tasks every day or every other day. These are film and organize. I want to film every day and organize them immediately. And then I have post on IG. I want to post 30 days of Instagram posting on Instagram. That is a challenge, which also will be also helpful in this priority number 1. And same with the YouTube. Post on YouTube. I want to post 2 or 3 times on YouTube. Next, I have release digital product. That is every day. I want to release digital product every day. And I have sketch and draw. That is again every day. I want to sketch and draw every day. And I will check these, for example, and I will have percentage here. I'm going to take note of that percentage. And for example, this is week 1. how I did on week 1, stuff like that. We have only 12 weeks and I want to make the most of those 12 weeks. And in the next part, we have this table where I have these goals only for the week. For example, for the community, cultivating a community on social media, for that week 1, I have goals of posting every day, commenting on other people's posts, and invest time in descriptions and thumbnail and stuff like that. All of these are strategies from here. It's just divided by weekly. So this is the strategy. This is the first time I'm using this 12-week year as well. So I will let you know how I did with that after 12 weeks. This actually got me interested in focusing on my goals again. That's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching, I don't know how long this video is going to be. Thank you so much for sticking around. Let me know what your intentions for the month of May are. Follow me on Instagram. I am most active there. And if you want to see some other kind of videos from me, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!